A returning daughter, a new fiance, and a new set of family problems. Welcome everyone. This week we're going back to 1967 for a romantic comedy drama film called Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Starring Spencer Tracy, Sidney Poitier, Katherine Hepburn, and Katherine Houghton. And this is directed by and produced by Stanley Kramer. I hope you enjoyed this week's story. It begins in 1967 with Joanna Drayton, played by Katherine Houghton, a 23-year-old white woman returning from her Hawaiian vacation. She's returning to her parents' home in San Francisco with Dr. John Prentice, played by Sidney Poitier, a 37-year-old black widower she met on vacation. Looking for her mother, they stop by the Drayton Galleries, where they are greeted by the manager Hillary, who shows her disapproval of the couple. After the discontent cab driver, the Drayton's maid, Tilly, gives the couple a cold welcome upon arrival at home. Hearing the news that Joanna is home from vacation, Christina Drayton, played by Katherine Hepburn, rushes home and gets a surprise that most mothers wouldn't expect. Needing to sit down, they move on to the terrace, where they explain, after a 10-day romance, they have become engaged. Next, Joanna's father, Matt Drayton, played by Spencer Tracy, a newspaper editor and devoted liberal, arrives, shocked that their daughter is engaged to a man of a different race. Christina gradually accepts the situation, but Matt, checking up on John's credentials, objects because of their likely unhappiness the couple will face. Unbeknownst to Joanna, John tells the Drayton parents he will withdraw from the engagement unless both Draytons give the couple their blessing. To complicate matters, John is soon scheduled to Geneva, Switzerland for 3 months in his work with the World Health Organization. The Draytons' answer will determine whether Joanna follows him. John has not told his parents that his fiancée is white. However, Joanna invites them to fly up from Los Angeles to join them for dinner that evening. Next, Monsignor Ryan, Matt's golf buddy, arrives and tells the couple and Matt that he is supportive of the engagement, but is amused by his old liberal friend's principles. Christina fires her hostile art gallery manager Hillary, who intrudes, voicing her sympathy for Christina's situation. Picking up John's parents at the airport, they are shocked to discover Joanna is white, making for an uncomfortable cab ride home, I'll bet. So, do both fathers express disapproval at the unhappy occasion? Do both mothers remember what true passion means to a healthy relationship? If so, does anyone have the right to stop true happiness? Released December 12, 1967 in the U.S., this film was the 9th and final on-screen pairing of Tracy and Hepburn. This film received 25 nominations and 11 wins, including a 1968 Oscar win for Best Actress in a Leading Role for Katherine Hepburn, a 1969 BAFTA Film Award for Best Actor for Spencer Tracy, and a 1969 UN Award for Stanley Kramer. In 2017, on its 50th anniversary, the film was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress for being culturally and historically significant, and that it should. I'll put up the links to a couple of other significant films I did on my channel. Spencer Tracy in Father of the Bride from 1950, and Sidney Poitier in For Love of Ivy from 1968. And our trivia question this week: did someone's relative make their film debut in this movie? Did someone's relative make their film debut in this movie? So a little more history and the answer to our trivia question right after this. This week for history, we're going behind the scenes on this groundbreaking film. So, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner began during a conversation between filmmaker Stanley Kramer and his It's a Mad, 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 Mad World screenwriter William Rose. Yes, one of my favorite comedies, American screenwriter of British and Hollywood films. William Rose was nominated in 1964 for Best Motion Picture Screenplay for the 1963 epic comedy film, also starring Spencer Tracy. Kramer states, "Bill and I were walking in my driveway when he was telling me a story about interracial marriage in South Africa. 6 months before the film was released, interracial marriage was still illegal in 17 states, and filming ended shortly before mixed marriage laws were struck down by Supreme Court." Kramer also states, "It was then the idea hit me, we changed time and place." Even before Bill had worked out a treatment, much less a script, I talked to Katherine, Hepburn, Spencer Tracy, and Sidney Poitier about it. They were all excited and agreed to do it before a word of script was written. To underscore their points about prejudice and interracial marriage, Kramer and Rose exaggerated the virtues of Dr. John Prentice, turning him into a dream son-in-law. Although Columbia Pictures agreed to make the film, there was one very serious problem. Spencer Tracy was dying, and insurance companies refused to cover him. To get this film into production, Hepburn and Kramer put their salaries in escrow as collateral. To help the ailing Tracy complete the picture, Kramer arranged a special schedule to accommodate the actor's rapidly declining health. Kramer states he had no physical energy for the shooting of this film, and so we had to film it only in the morning. Columbia didn't know we shot only half days. Tracy's last scene ever filmed, which took a week to shoot, was given a standing ovation by the crew. The picture was finished. However, a few days after filming, two-time Oscar winner Spencer Tracy passed away. Audiences flocked to the theaters to see the ninth and final pairing of screen legends Spencer Tracy and Katherine Hepburn. In fact, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner returned $25 million to Columbia Pictures, making it at the time the highest grossing film in the studio's history. Amazing. And the answer to our trivia question this week: did someone's relative make their film debut in this movie? Yes. And it was Katherine Hepburn's niece, American actress and playwright Katherine Houghton, who played Joanna in our film. Hepburn significantly helped cast her niece, stating she's beautiful and she definitely had a family resemblance. It was my idea. Houghton was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for her performance in the film, however, decided to leave her Hollywood career due to lackluster scripts. She returned to the theater, appearing in leading roles in over 60 productions on Broadway, off-Broadway, and in regional theaters throughout the United States. Incredible. I'd like to give a big thank you to my viewers and subscribers. I hope everyone enjoyed this video enough to hit like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.